Hello everybody, it is a beautiful Monday afternoon and I want to give you a peek at our gardens, what we've got planted, areas where we have been meaning to plant stuff, and some little updates on even the cold frames and what happened there. So we'll come and walk down. I'm going to come off the deck because what we did, we have this area back here behind, and we decided we wanted to do some decorative plants in here. And so I've bought some hostas because this particular area of our house stays pretty shaded most of the time. So I've got some hostas, I've got daylilies. I did plant one of something else. Now I can't remember what it was. Oh, an anemone. So we've got some fun plants planted back here right behind the house that should do really good because this area does stay shaded quite a bit. In fact, one of our plants is already kind of taking off. This is a beautiful hosta. We got all these from the Holland Bold Company. So we're hoping they'll all come up. Now over here you notice we've got ourselves a water cube. What we're going to do with this is we're going to actually hook it to our rain gutter right here, and we'll get it up on some, we're going to put it up on some cinder blocks right here on this corner and let the rainwater go into it, and also fill it with some water. And then on the off days when we can't irrigate, when we're not supposed to use a lot of water, we can potentially use that to help water the garden. Over here in Susie's garden bed, where we planted our squash and corn, we just did that this last week, so there's nothing coming up yet. We've got more squash and corn planted in the big L shape. Over here, like I said, nothing coming up. And then we've got beans. This one I've got like your pole beans, string beans that go in here. We only did 2 rows because we want to plant 2 more. We haven't gotten the seeds yet. This one we planted beans, but we planted more like your soup beans. So I've got a Mayflower bean, I've got kidney beans, and I've got some black beans in here. And then over here, this is the stuff that actually survived my cold frames, my cold frame experiment. So what I have are melons. I've got watermelons and cantaloupe and honeydew melons. So, and some of the Congo melons, which I was telling you I was really excited to plant because they were meant to be for warmer, drier climates. So we'll see how they do, because they actually have done really well so far with the cold frame. Over here I ended up with 1 cucumber, and I have these are tomatillos here on this end. So we'll see. That's what did survive, but the reason why it survived was because those things were planted after the frosts were really bad, when the temperature at night wasn't as bad, and during the day it was a lot warmer. In this one, I've got some popcorn planted, and then over here we've planted some decorative stuff, and we've discovered that all of this green, and then I even have some of the purple, some of my purple amaranth. And we had a couple of plants left over from the stuff from the backyard, so I planted some daylilies in front and some butterfly milkweed. So, and look, all my pretty flowers. And, my little fence over here is coming down. I wonder what happened there. Put that back up. But over here we have lots of strawberries My strawberries are doing really well. This one right here is probably not doing super well, but it even has a strawberry on it. We've got flowers there, and then that plant has a ton of strawberries coming on it. So we have a little start of a little strawberry patch. My bachelor buttons are going crazy as usual, and look, my wildflowers in my pots are beautiful. Okay, all those seeds we planted, guys, all those videos on all those seeds we planted, everything ended up being kind of a bust. Now, there were a couple things wrong with some of it. Some of the problem was the soil that I used in some of the pots. Some of the problem was my watering. But the main problem was that I needed to keep them in a warmer area day and night until they were big enough to be out in the cold frames. So, even though I lost a whole lot this year, I still learned. And that's what's important about gardening, especially if you're a brand new gardener. I don't feel like a complete failure. I am a little bummed because there were some tomatoes that I really wanted to grow that I don't have any more seeds for, so I'm going to have to buy more seeds. But what I did learn is important for next year. And so I'll carry on to next year. And next year I'll do things a little bit differently and hopefully have a great deal more success. So that's the one thing that is most important to remember about gardening. Second most important thing is try not to overdo it when you're new. You can see I have so many things planted. Where am I going to put all of these plants? Well, that's the other problem is I planted way too much. And I guess what I was hoping to do was to sell some things, but I didn't even have the means to do that, even if they had grown. So it's okay, because I was able to get replacement plants for really cheap for the things I wanted to do. I know better now what I want to grow next year. I will limit the amount that I grow, and I will make a place either in my garage or in the house somewhere. That's something I'd have to figure out, is where in the house to put it. But in the garage or in the house somewhere where I can start my plants, just the ones I want to do, and at earlier dates so that they can be nice and big and ready to plant after frost date. So the tomato plants that we got, these two right here, were not looking very good, but they are beautiful now. In fact, all of our tomatoes are doing really well. All of our peas are starting to get their flowers, which means we will have peas, snap peas, here really, really soon. And look at that one there. Oh, we got a ladybug. Do you see the ladybug? Ladybug. What you doing, little ladybug? Living in my garden? Anyway, the tomatoes are already coming on that plant. So that's really exciting to already see fruit. Right now we're working on making sure everything is established. And if you can see back over here, up in my low water decorative plants, my butterfly bushes and daylilies are looking absolutely beautiful. So we're really full into spring and summer. You can see my beautiful tree. We've had him in this fall. It will be 3 years that he'll have been planted, and we call him he. The kids named him Tree Bert, so we call him he, but he's looking beautiful. And so we're really excited to see him grow. What we'll be doing this summer on him, we want to trim him up. We'll be trimming off a couple branches, this branch and this branch. Each year we'll trim off a couple branches so that as he gets full grown we can walk under his branches, but we also have to maintain the stuff on the trunk. There's all these little things and stuff. So we'll be trimming all of that off. It doesn't hurt him, and it just helps keep him healthy, and I think This year we will be able to take off the straps that kind of hold him in place, so I'm excited to do that. He's doing fantastic. He's a beautiful tree. If you're wondering what variety he is, he's an imperial honey locust, and for the state of Utah, he is a really great tree. Imperial honey locusts grow really fast, and they are very disease resistant, and they're very good in our climate with the really cold winters, hot summers, and the dry weather. So we love it. We love the tree. It's the only tree I have in my yard because everywhere else is dedicated to gardens and animals, and so we can't put it, and the view, because we do have a great view out the back, and so we don't want to close things off with trees, but we do want a tree here in the front because it's on the south facing, and that will help provide some shade on the house when he gets tall enough, because he'll get up 30 or 40 feet tall, and that will help provide some shade on the house on this south side. So that's the state of the garden today. That's what I learned from my cold frames, and I look forward to what we produce this year, and I look forward to what I can do better next year. And I'm thankful that you guys stick around for my adventures. I know that sometimes it's disappointing, but that's life. Life can often be disappointing, and it's just what we got to do. We'll see you on the next video. Okay, hold very